Mission Impossible Rogue Nation is directed by Christopher McQuarrie and stars Tom Cruise. I'm going to stop doing that because I'm not that cool. MI5 is directed by Christopher McQuarrie and stars Tom Cruise, Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, Jeremy Renner, Alec Baldwin, Rebecca Ferguson, and is the 5th entry in the Mission Impossible franchise, a franchise that I've had the privilege to grow up watching and see evolve into greatness. And over the past month, I've reviewed all 4 of the previous Mission Impossible movies in my series of MI reviews. If you guys want to know my opinion on the other 4 films, all those reviews are linked in this description below. This one is about Ethan trying to prove the existence of the Syndicate. It's this evil organization that Benji refers to as the anti-IMF. And there's even people on the IMF, like Alec Baldwin's character, who don't believe this organization exists. And Hunt and his team are out to prove that that organization is behind a lot of tragedies that have been occurring. I'll say this right off the bat, this is by far the best 5th film in a franchise I've ever seen. Its only real competition is Fast 5, and no, The Empire Strikes Back doesn't count despite the fact that it's episode 5. The actual 5th Star Wars film is Attack of the Clones. Sorry, I can't say the words Attack of the Clones in the same sentence without losing my mind for a brief second. What MI5 did was take the best of all of the good Mission Impossible movies and cram them into a movie, and it was a blast. Rogue Nation recalls the first film a lot in regards to going back to that more tense, suspense-oriented espionage. It's not so much the heart-pounding non-stop action of MI3, but more a combination of the best elements of the first Mission Impossible and Ghost Protocol, which are my 2 favorite mission films, and the fact that they were able to combine both of those to make this movie was so much fun for me to watch, because not only are the action scenes extremely well helmed by McQuarrie, but there's a lot of good humor still. The characters are still very accessible and enjoyable. They have amazing chemistry with one another. You can really feel sort of this world weariness amongst them. Like, we've seen this before. We've been here before. We're a team. We have camaraderie. We're going to do this together. You can really feel that sense of age with these guys, and not just because they're getting older, but because you feel that these people have been through things like this before, and they really captured that in this movie, this sense that this is a real operating team. And I'm so glad they maintained that team element from Ghost Protocol, because that is what makes Mission Impossible a lot of fun to watch. You see all of these very important pieces coming together to work as a whole. Rebecca Ferguson, who isn't known for much, was fantastic in this movie. She had a great combination of femininity as well as I'm gonna kill you with my pinky finger type stuff. Like, she was so great in this movie. It really goes without saying now that Tom Cruise was great in this movie. He is one of the most committed actors working today, not just in regards to the physical aspects of his films and performing death-defying stunts, but you can just see it on his face. He is so in the zone in all of these films, and really every role that he takes. He nailed the humor and the action as well as the little character moments once again. Simon Pegg remains a bright spot of these films. He's hilarious, and you know what? Pegg is actually a rather brilliant actor. He doesn't get enough credit for this, but if you watch Shaun of the Dead specifically, he is such a great comic actor, but he's a very good dramatic actor as well. And as I said in my previous 4 reviews, one of my favorite characters in this entire franchise, if not my favorite character, is Luther Stickle, Ving Rhames. I am so glad they gave him more to do in this movie, because he only had one small bit in Ghost Protocol. He had that same humor we're used to seeing from his character, but he also had this defensiveness, almost a protectiveness of Ethan, like a father in a way, and he really sold that element of his character, and it kind of made me like, I was like, aww, Luther. Like I said, the team element is really apparent in this movie. It also features the best motorcycle chase I've ever seen in a movie. McQuarrie already proved with Jack Reacher that he can really make a great vehicular chase sequence with that car scene, probably the most thrilling scene in all of Jack Reacher. In this movie, a car chase turns into a motorcycle chase, and I was gripping my seat handles. It was fantastic stuff. There's also an amazing underwater suspense sequence that was truly, honestly terrifying at times. I started to feel it right here, like, oh my god, my chest is caving in on me. Now, in regards to that plane scene that we all saw in the trailer, a lot of people were worried that we just got this amazing sequence spoiled. It's really the perfect scene they could have put in the trailer. I'll say that. It doesn't spoil anything. It was really the best idea they had. Now, as I said in my previous Mission Impossible reviews, the biggest issue I think this series has had is crafting a compelling villain. Philip Seymour Hoffman is probably the best we've had so far. Ghost Protocol's villain was very weak and by far the worst aspect of that movie. This villain has a lot more motivation. You can actually understand where he's coming from. He gives a very good performance. It's a very chilling character, but it's still not an incredible villain. But it works for this movie, and you definitely feel the need to put that guy in his place. And that's something that this film does very well. You really do start to be like, yeah, get that guy. Now, as I said, it is more tense like the first Mission Impossible, but there are a few moments where the pacing drags a bit in regards to between action scenes. There's some more espionage, spy-oriented conversations with gadgets and stuff, and it doesn't always hold the same pace as Ghost Protocol did. Ghost Protocol is a far more streamlined picture, a straight-up action film filled with humor and fun, entertaining characters. It's probably the better movie, but Rogue Nation combines the best of Mission Impossible and Ghost Protocol and makes a very entertaining film. I'm going to give Mission Impossible Rogue Nation an A-. Guys, it is tons of fun. I had a total blast with MI5. Go out and support these guys because they are really trying to make good movies still. The fact that they've had a different director for each one makes each one feel fresh and different, and that's been very beneficial to this franchise. So now that my Mission Impossible series is over, my next series I'm going to be doing is M. Night Shyamalan. That's right. The director who's known for various things, some good, some bad. His new film, The Visit, is coming out this September, so I'm going to have my first review of The Sixth Sense up very soon, and I'm going to cover the previous M. Night Shyamalan films that I haven't reviewed yet, because I obviously have reviewed some of them already. The ones I haven't, I'm going to fill in those gaps. And of course, my ongoing Star Wars series will continue with Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, this August. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.